Welcome to Bay Area Sports Report. My name is Brady, and today we'll be going over day 4 49ers training camp. Today's was a good day for the 49ers, but it is also a fiery one as we head towards the end of 49ers training camp. Let's start off with 49ers signing, as they have signed Trenton Irwin to a 1-year deal for the from the San Francisco 49ers. And Trent Irwin is a solid wide receiver. He has not been that bad. He's been solid for his entire NFL career. He's been very good. His good year back then was 2022, and then 2023 he had 316 yards. So if we can somehow get him to get himself rolling on those, then I won't mind that. I don't think he is possibly gonna make it on the roster. I think he might just be there, possibly just to be there, because mostly is that the 49ers are rehabbing all their stars. As you can see here, you can see Isaac Guerrero on the side. You see Malik Mustafa. You can see Michael Williams running. You can see Christian Kirk. You can see Isaac Guerrero. You can see Malik Mustafa rehabbing. So there's a possibility that Christian Kirk could come back. We'll just see how it goes. So it looks like they're doing good so far on their rehabs. So it's a good thing for them. As for Michael Williams, according to what a lot of reports are saying, Michael is doing a lot of high knees right now, which is very good because his legs, especially after he tore his ACL, he's such an important part of this defense, mostly because he's made the run defense sixth in the NFL on run defense, which is very good before he got injured. And they're saying he might come back sooner, which is a good thing. We'll see if he comes back during the days of training camp or if he comes back preseason or start the season. We'll have to see where that is right now. George Kittle was rehabbing earlier he's still rehabbing, so that's at least a good sign for the 49ers, so he's still rehabbing right now. And then Alfred Collins is now back for the 49ers. As you could see right here, he was activated off the pup list as and show earlier. Earlier he had a shoulder injury last time, but now he is back from that. It is such a good sign to see him walking around. I think he's such an important part of this defense. He was very good at run defense. He had some pass rush moments. He had that fumble against the Rams when Mac Jones was starting, so that was a bit huge. So I would love that play still. But it's huge to have Alfred Collins back on the team. I think him with Osa Digizua on that run defense is going to be very good. And I think Osa can help him Alfred Collins develop his pass rush a little. So we'll see how. So I'm excited on that, and I'm excited that he has come back. But Sebastian Valdez, who I want to highlight, he was pushing Carver's Willis and he was actually doing very good. He was showing a lot of speed, a lot of reps. He also Digizua dismantled Robert Jones. He kind of had a nice move against him. So they're not developing a lot of pressure. A lot of people are saying they're not developing a lot of pressure, but mostly because Nick Bosa is not out there doing pass rushes. I think they're taking it slowly. As for Nick Bosa right now, he's moving very well, moving moving well from his ACL injury. I think they're just taking it slowly and they're trying not to rush him back, which is a smart thing to do. So, but overall, they're doing great. Romello Height, he was better now from his past 3 training camps, so he's starting to feel a lot better now, and he's He's getting good pass rushing. He's showing a lot of good pass rush right now. So he's not gonna be that run defender, unfortunately. He's gonna be like that pass rush for Bryce Huff, and I think that's very important to have that. I think him in third down or second down is kind of a good situation for him. So I'm excited on how he is rebounding back from his terrible training camps, like from day 1 to day 2 and day 3 maybe. So it's great to see him improving. Nick Martin, doing great. He's been doing well on run stops. He's just been so good this training camp so far, and I'm so glad he is improving and having him be healthy. I'm hope I'm hoping that he can keep it up, and it's just great to see him being healthy for the 49ers. I think he just has so much potential, and with him, Dre and Fred, it's just going to be so exciting. I'll get to those two in a minute, Dre and Fred. I think it's just exciting to see him improve and learning from Dre Greenlaw, who is just kind of like him, and learning from Dre Greenlaw, who is good tackling, who's good run stopping, maybe can help him pass coverage. I think it's going to be really helpful. Jacob Cowing was very good today, one of his best, as he was separating a lot. He was good route running. As a lot of people are saying that they don't have a lot of route running, especially with Debo Dejan. I think they have solid route running, the 49ers, for Mike Evans, Debo, and Dejan. But I think Ricky Pearsall losing him was kind of a big blow because Ricky Pearsall is one of the best route runners on that team, and just losing him was just devastating. And it's just tough to see that. And hopefully he at least gets better. As for the Ricky Pearsall thing right now, according to what Adam Schefter is right now saying, he is now visiting a lot of doctors. He's now going to visit a doctor this Monday on what the situation is, but it's just not looking good right now. But hopefully he goes well on his recovery, and we'll have to see on that. As for next on Kyle Shanahan is back out on 49ers training camp. This is actually very good news, as he wasn't there. He was watching like a couple of feet away, but he still has the cast on his arm. He looks pretty good. I don't see a lot of stitches, like as it mentioned, has got a lot of stitches from his face. I don't see that right now, but maybe it's because it's like not close and he's not taking interviews. But it's great to see him walking around and seeing him out there for the 49ers. I just think it's just a great presence that he is back out there. As for the scuffle, I want to mention Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw took it a little bit too seriously. As it says, Fred Warner took Jake Tonjes to the ground and a small scuffle started to break out. Fights clearly cleared up quickly as tempers flared. So Fred was what Jake Tonjes catch the ball. Fred got a pen. There was a flag out there. Then Jake Tonjes was getting a little bit mad, so Fred pushed him. Then Colton McKissick came in, and then Dre Greenlaw came in, and then he tackled Colton McKissick. But then Shanahan was just not having it. I think it's just, and then the second play was Brock Purdy was past to Christian McCaffrey on the left sideline, but Greenlaw pushed him to the ground, and then he got up, threw the ball at Greenlaw, shoved him back, and then they like yelled at each other, and then they moved on to the next play, and then the Fred Warner situation. I think it's just like I love Fred Warner and Drake Greenlaw. I love the intensity they bring. I think that's what they needed, but I think this is just training camp, and I think you guys just got a little overboard. Don't get me wrong, I love Fred Warner and Drake Greenlaw. They're such great players, but you guys have to chill it down and remember, this is just training camp. I get it. It's exciting to be back in pads. I mean, it's been such a while, but sometimes you need to just calm things down and, just remember those are your teammates. You don't want this isn't a football game right now. So, but as of right now, I'm sure they're talking about it right now, hopefully, but it's just I feel like was a little bit too much, but I think I think they understand it probably that they took it a little too seriously, especially on Jordan James, as you know, was possible broken ribs was by Fred Warner when he was trying to punch the ball out with no pads. This was yesterday's practice. So there's a possibility on that happening, but we're not so sure, but it's a possibility. So but yeah, overall, hopefully Fred and Dre just cool down and try to not take it easily. Dejon's dribbling didn't had a good day. Like he had a good day, but at the same time he didn't because because he's not gonna be good in man coverage and red zone, which I'm very disappointed on because I was hoping he'd be that red zone threat, but it is what it is. I mean, at least you could look on Mike Evans and Debo Samuel on that, but he is gonna get you cover yards for like zone and then like play actions, but he didn't do well against Marquis Siegel and then Nate Hobbs. Marquis Siegel and Nate Hobbs like locked him down on like some of those plays. But overall, I mean, I think Dejon's dribbling still going to be a good player and he's still going to be productive. I just don't think it's just in those two areas. As for Marquis Siegel, he is looking very good. He's really improved from year one to year two. He's good at man coverage. He picked off Dejon's dribbling from Brock Purdy's pass. And he's looking like one of the better safeties right now, which is very good. Right? Which is very good for the 49ers because they really need one safety from their roster to at least step up. And I'm so glad that it's actually Marquis Siegel because he's one of my favorite players. I think he one of my favorite players, and he was very good back then. He forced that fumble and recovered it from that Seahawks Week 1 game. So I'm excited that he is starting to do good. Next is Trent Williams kind of came off the sideline and kind of took off his helmet and was kind of getting checked on. But it looks like he was okay. I'm not seeing anything right now. But hopefully he is okay right now. But Brock Purdy also, he is doing good. He's protected the ball very well, which is very good, and he's not running around with it. Like, I get it. I'd like him to run around, but just not too much. And then, but he doesn't have a lot of throwing in his ball, but maybe he's just like taking it slowly. Maybe it's just his first time like getting used to pads. I don't know, but maybe just but maybe who knows? Maybe we'll have a little bit more throwing into his passes because a lot of people are saying they don't like that, but I think he's just getting used to it. Maybe it's just the first day of pads, and then maybe like the second day he'll like start to throw some like passes and like put some throwing in it. So. And then the last player I want to discuss is Mike Evans, as it was Brock Purdy to Mike Evans for an insane leaping one-handed touchdown in the back of the end zone on red one drills. I want to go back to this. Just that catch is just so amazing. That was against Upton Stout, which is kind of a bit, but most of those guys were like his size. But this is just amazing, and I can't wait for Mike Evans to be with the 49ers. I think him with pads is just so different, I guess, maybe. But it's just awesome to see Mike Evans being there. Just like, it is just awesome to see Mike Evans just catching it up. Just having that concentration on that ball. It's going to be awesome to have him on that red zone. And then, speaking on Debo Samuel's half, he says on signing Debo Samuel, on the Debo Samuel signing, Debo is my guy. I met him at Pro Bowl in 2021. We hit it off. We were hanging out all week. I love the way he plays. I think he's going to bring what he brought before the team. Energy, versatility. Hell of a pickup for us. I think this is going to be awesome to have Mike Evans and Debo Samuel and Dejon dribbling. I like this trio. I would have loved if Debo was like that backup and then we had D-Rob and then Watkins. I think that would have been awesome to have like 4 elite receiver weapons before Pearsall got injured, but injuries happened and it just stinks. And then here's another of Mike Evans. It's just awesome to see Mike Evans working out. It's just gonna be awesome to see that. It's just amazing to see him on the 49ers jersey. I think he's just gonna be just such a great player. And I think he's just gonna be that good red zone threat. He's not going to be that downfield guy, as I mentioned from my other training camp videos, because he wasn't that deep threat. He was like that when he was younger, but not anymore. But now Debo Samuel, like Stribling, are kind of like here now, who can stretch the field. Even D-Rob, who could do it a little bit, but not that much. Watkins, possibly, maybe Cowing. Now he can be able to be just like Devontae Adams, where he's just that big red zone threat. But yeah, overall, day 4 training camp was very exciting. First day of pads. It was a little bit fiery. I hope that they can at least get it fixed up because as soon as you get riled up on pads, you get more injuries. And Jordan James' injury without pads when Fred Warner was trying to punch the ball out of Jordan James' hands, that he got that injury. Well, that was without pads. So I'm hoping that there's like no injuries when they're wearing pads right now in the later coming days. But overall though, it was a great training camp day and a lot of good rehabs. Hopefully, Mike Williams returns. A lot of good highlight of players, especially Mike Evans and Marquise Siegel and Romello Height improving, Nick Martin, and then hopefully improvements from Dre and Fred. Hopefully, they can fix those up of aggression. But overall, it was a great day 4 of 49ers training camp. But that is it for today. What do you think on 49ers training camp? Make sure to like and subscribe and share and comment down below on what you think on day 4 of 49ers training camp. And this is Bay Area Sports Report, signing off.